thing, Charleston. Like I think everything that you're saying has some truth to it. It's just the delivery. You standing, there's no denying that you're standing for and by your people.
Well, here's the thing. When you're addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery. When you're looking at the conditions of our community, you can't worry about the evil when you got kids that kill kids and say we smoking on Tuka. See, they wasn't worried about the delivery when these kids in Chicago were talking about smoking on Tuka. They wasn't worried about the delivery. I ain't got no manners for no slut. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. The delivery? I like girls kissing girls where I'm from, and that's on the radio. Girls on girls, that's promoting lesbianism to my daughter as we driving to school. This song they playing with Drake. Y'all worried about the delivery? These niggas talking about killing each other. They really, that nigga Thug said, nigga, I shot at your mama. You don't mention me no more. He really shot that nigga mama. And y'all worried about my delivery? These niggas are confessing to murders on songs. And y'all worried about my delivery? The conditions of black sucking them talking about booty hole. Y'all worried about my delivery? Come on, don't be hypocrites, black people. Y'all can't listen to this music if y'all so caught up in my delivery. Don't do me like that. And the way y'all snap and pop y'all pussy to this music, the way y'all kill and drill to this music, don't trip about my delivery. Hey, yo, Easy, why you wear your pants like that? I wear my pants like that because that's easy access, baby. Easy, why you talk like that? I talk like that to get my point across. Because when I wasn't talking like that, wearing a bow tie, y'all wasn't paying me no attention, and I was going to the Supreme Court changing laws and legislations in this country. I was working with over 50 U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I had done a study with News 21, Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Y'all wasn't paying attention then. So nigga, I gave y'all what y'all want. A ignorant motherfucking nigga that talk like them rappers. Now y'all listening. Now y'all paying attention, huh? I got y'all attention, checkmate. Now let me tell y'all what y'all need to hear. We fucked up as a race of people since y'all so caught up into my delivery. 5% of children now are catching HIV from ages 13 to 21. What y'all worried about? 85% of the new chlamydia, all the new cases of teenagers. What y'all so caught up about? Nigga, only 35% of most kids in inner cities can read on or above their grade level. What the fuck are y'all talking about these kids can't read? Come on, my nigga. So if we gonna be real, let's be real. I'm not bashing the black woman in her BBLs. I'm not bashing the black woman because she wearing eyelashes. I'm not fucking with the sister because she got too many baby daddies. I'm addressing men. Just like we abandoned no justice, no peace for George Floyd. Are we still mad about George Floyd? Are we still mad about police shooting? Is that why we not kneeling no more? Are we still boycotting the NFL? What happened to all these things? What happened? Nigga, because I'm still stuck on Tamir Rice while y'all stuck on my delivery. I'm still mad why ain't now motherfucker tore up the country behind Tamir Rice. Baby Tamir Rice at that. Since we so in tune.
You know, I still remember a few years ago, I was so adamant on Black Lives Matter and, black people of all different sorts coming together and looking out for each other. I think that was back in 2019. It's been 4 years, 4 to 5 years. Because I want to say, I think it was either 2018, 2019, where I made those videos. A part one and a part two about, Black lives and everything like that. It has been 4 to 5 years. 2023, and no one talks about it anymore. Well, not that no one talks about it anymore, it's not televised. It's not a popular concept anymore. With Diddy getting lit under fire, the things about Diddy get lit under fire, the models that pushed to being a 304, to being an OnlyFans girl, an OF girl, are now regretting the fact that they even did stuff like that. That's what is the new focus now. Urban Ninja had said this um Monday in a private call, a private voice message. I mean, it's already happening, but he said in a matter of years, regarding the coming year and probably 3 more years, we're gonna be seeing a lot of people in their redemption arc, basically trying to clean up everything that they've done. And to that I say, and to the people who watched me as I made those videos, I would like to say that I apologize. Because nothing changed. Nothing changed. Rio, why do you say that? Because we as a people, black people, we live in dysfunction. We like to live in dysfunction. We don't want to be told that what we're doing is wrong. We see, we want to hand out every chance we get because we make excuses saying, "Oh well, the the white people they get as many chances they could possibly get and they mess up every time." We make those kinds of excuses. We always point the finger at other races. We always point the finger at other nationalities doing things that are just as worse, just to get the attention off of us, as if that's a good thing, as if that's supposed to do something, as if that means that people are wrong about what they say. We're always in the right. A lot of black men think they know everything, but they're the biggest contradictions. A lot of black women say that they do this, do this, do that for their people. They do this, that, and the third. Yet they're the biggest contradictions in the community. To this day, I will never in my life forget what happened. Real, what are you talking about? If I don't know if y'all know this, some of you probably don't. There was a series of different videos that a person made that was talking about black issues and was trying to speak to black men and black women regarding the things that we should be doing. to better our lives. His name was Kevin Samuels. And despite the fact that he wasn't always right all the time, he did have some good points. So much so that people would chime into his show and ask him what they should do. Despite the fact that he's not a life coach, just he wasn't a life coach, despite the fact that he did not have any kind of talking degrees as far as helping other people regarding their issues. He was forget what his actual job was, because it wasn't that. He was merely just doing that because he wanted to help. But the women who chimed in, the women who wanted to hear what he had to say, wanted to hear his opinions about what he had to say about what they were doing with their lives, they got mad at him because his delivery and how he was talking was what was mean. He was disrespecting them while they're sitting there telling him the nasty things that they've done to the people that they supposedly care about. A lot of them had like 4 to 5 different baby daddies. A lot of them lived in dysfunction with their own family, their mother. They didn't have good term on was on good terms with their mother. Every day is a battle. Women who looking like somebody, not even somebody, but life just disfigured them. And they're demanding to be treated like a princess, to be treated like royalty. People who are out of shape, who didn't have their lives together, would chime into his show. He would tell them what he thought, and they would get mad and laugh. That man died, by the way. I want to say it was last year. It wasn't too long ago. It was last year. And the majority of black women, in droves, laughed and celebrated at the fact that this man perished. Well, not perished, but he passed on. Because they didn't like what he had to say. Not that he put his hands on them, not that he wished death upon them, not that he wished ill will upon them. Shoot, the only terrible thing that he said was that could keep to keep living in the dysfunction that you choose. In a nutshell, that's literally what he was saying. Buy a dog and die alone. Because they couldn't be helped. Nothing that he was saying was good enough for them. So when he passed on, they celebrated. Now don't worry, it wasn't just the black women that are at fault in a dysfunction. It's black men too. Because to this day they keep pushing the narrative that the streets is great on social media. See, the real street dudes, right? The real ones are gonna tell you different. They're gonna tell you to not do what they doing. They're gonna tell you that. So why are the majority of y'all trying to make music glorifying this shit and shame the black men who don't want to live like this, who aren't making music like this, who are trying to help the youth, who are trying to help their own community. But no, we call them cringe. Say that they're weirdos. If you see them in suits, acting like they have some actual sense, making podcasts talking about them, making excuses like they in suits, but our boys are getting killed every day. Yet they're talking about a video where they're helping little boys, little black boys, coaching them, giving them advice, trying to steer them in the right direction. No, we want to push the narrative that the only thing a black person can be is a dysfunctional, evil person that demands everything to be handed to them. And despite the fact that they live in this dysfunction, when they die, we should honor them. We should honor them because they were our people. And if they were treated unfairly to the people who did not have our skin color, then we should be angry and riot and make these videos and talk about how this is wrong, that is wrong, and talk about Tulsa. Talk about the days where we had our own. How long are we going to keep talking about the same shit? How long? Until we realize there ain't nothing getting done. Nothing's changing. Because because we don't want people to say anything about us. We don't want things to change. We don't. Charleston White recently just had a whole interview with Cam Newton, Jasmine Brown's newly baby father. By the way, this motherfucker has 7 kids and is about to be his 8th. Looking goofy as ever with a cigar in his mouth, trying to tell Charleston that his delivery wasn't great, even though he stood for his people. His delivery is not the best. And I will put the clips that I'm talking about in this whole thing. Y'all worried about his delivery, yet y'all don't care about the music y'all listen to. Y'all keep making excuses about the stuff that you watch and the stuff that you listen to, that you shake your behind to, that you put up gang signs to. Y'all worried about him and his delivery. He said it, and I'm gonna say it. We're fucked up as a society of people, as a race of people. We would rather choose. We would rather choose to portray as if we're doing the right thing posting Bible quotes and going to church semi as if that's cleansing you. The only way we can talk about God is if there's a camera in our face with a time frame of 6 minutes or 3. Glorify going to these colleges that don't give a damn about us, that won't even guarantee us a job, but will also glorify that we can raise a family on our own. When in 10 years down the line, that child is mentally suffering. Either that or they dead. The black children of the future can't even read, and they going to school. There's 2 black children that live behind this house that go to school every day by themselves. Their brother and sister. No more nay high than this. The mother does not go with them. Anything could happen to those kids, and they just as disrespectful and just as bad as ever. And they going to school by themselves. Yet almost every night of every weekend, almost every jump around night, there's an argument in that house with their mother and the baby's father. And no, she's not married. That man done been in jail I don't know how many times. Had the police called on him I don't know how many times. And then the family that literally lives right next to them are just as worse. Having these arguments at 2 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night, screaming at the top of their lungs. In dysfunction. Why is that the only thing we want to glorify is us living this way? We don't want to fix the problems. We don't want to fix them. And then at the same time, we don't want to be told that we're wrong. We don't want nobody to tell us about what we're doing. And if they do, we ruin that person's life. I don't know if y'all also heard this. There was a woman who was a nurse, who was a nurse. She overheard someone else talking about how terrible the service of that nurses give, and she didn't like that. So what she did was call up that woman's job to have her fired. She worked at Circle K, and they fired her because someone called up and talked about the bad service that she had. But y'all don't want her to talk about you and the bad service that you give. And yes, she was black. And yes, the person that she got fired was also black. We do this shit to each other. We make every excuse in the world how it's not our fault. Every excuse you could possibly come up with. It's not our fault. Shoot, we've even demonized marriage and being in a healthy relationship. We've demonized that. Why do we think this is okay? Yeah, we want to quote God every John Brown chance we get. Why is this okay? Y'all sit here and worry about what somebody posted on their story, yet outside of that stupid phone, this is what's going on. We're promoting lesbianism, cheating, killing, smoking weed all the damn time. Except for the one thing that we need to start promoting, which is not being this way. We make every excuse in the world. I'm just rapping about my life. You don't even live that life anymore. You started living that life the moment you started making money, the moment you moved out the hood. So why are you rapping about that crap? You never had to go back to the streets in your entire life. So why are you making it seem like you are? And why are you glorifying it to the rest of us? Why are we glorifying money as if that's the be all end all of life? And if you're not living in luxury, you're not living at all. And then at the same time, you on bad terms with your mother. You on bad terms with your whole family. You can't talk to your kids. You can't talk to the person you had these children with. Y'all can't stick together. Y'all can't be together without y'all fighting and having to put your hands on each other. You can do all this other stuff, yet you can't do the one thing that's supposed to be done. Your kids aren't learning anything except the things that they've seen you do. You go on these podcasts and you talk about how many people you done slept with, and then in the same breath demand for you to be taking on expensive dates. You demand to be treated with respect. You don't even treat yourself with respect. So how can anybody else treat you with respect? How can anyone else treat you with respect if you don't even treat yourself with respect? How can you sit here and demand that not to be taken to no chain restaurant and you living in dysfunction? That you want to talk about somebody else and how they living? But you don't want no one else to talk about you. Or supposedly everyone else is doing worse than you. Everyone else is worser than you. See, and I said this in a TikTok. The problem is not the fact that people like Kevin Samuels and Charleston White are saying things in a negative way. It ain't the and that's not the fact. That's not it at all. It's the fact that they're saying things and we don't want to hear them. We don't want to hear them. We don't want to hear what they have to say because it's true. We don't want to hear that we're living in dysfunction. We don't want to hear it. You want to know what we want to hear? Keep doing what you're doing. Go off, Queen, slay. Go off, King. You calling a person that sags his fucking pants with dookie stains in his drawers and doesn't believe in washing his behind a king. That's why I don't like. That's why I don't. I do not like that word. That's why I hate that word. I hate the word king because you're calling the people who live like that, who look like that, kings. Wearing big chains and sunglasses because they seen the shit all off of music videos, and they swear up and down that they're not influenced by the music videos, but they are. They are. And ain't just the music either. It's also the movies too. Stories about the hood. I'm so I'm so sick and tired of those movies. I hate those movies to death. I hate those movies with a passion. I never want to see another hood movie. I don't. And I'm glad that that stupid Robin Hood movie got canned. Well, not movie, but series. That it did poorly. I'm glad. I hope they never make another motherfucking one again. I hate that shit. I hate it more than anything in the world. On top of that is movie talking about slavery. How many more times are we going to be talking about these two subjects? How many more times do we have to keep revisiting the same crap? How many more times? How many more? Sitting here promoting single parenthood. Sitting here promoting living like a street nigga. Sitting here promoting living like a 304, like a hoe. And us glorifying it. Now, granted, did I indulge in it a little bit? Of course I did. Because you know what? I figured, what's the point? If y'all gonna live in hypocrisy, let's have fun with it. Let's post this crap, right? Let's do this. Cause the lot of y'all that and I felt like this for a long time. Y'all told dudes like me that we were not it. That we were corny, that we were gay, that we were this, that we were that. Yet years later, you have a problem with what I'm posting. You have a problem with what I'm posting. Why do you care? As far as I'm concerned, I'm lame. I'm this, I'm that, I'm gay. You know? Why do you care? Why are you worried about the women that I post, women that I talk about? Why are you worried about that? Why? Why? I ain't talking about you, so why are you worried about it? You're not the women that I'm talking about, so why are you so upset that I'm doing it? Oh, because you never seen me do it before? Good. I mean, you want to live in dysfunction. You want to live in dysfunction, so because I'm not doing what you think. I'm supposed to be doing that's wrong. Yet you don't want nobody talking about you. Yeah, you don't want to change up your habits. You don't want to instill good things in yourself. You don't want good people around you. You don't want to meet with a good man. You're not attracted to him. You're attracted to the dude that never thinks about you in the slightest. Where only he did one thing for you, one nice thing for you that one time, and you claim that the streets did you treated you better than a good man that's never been in the streets. Because that hood dude gave you a glass of juice and some crackers. That one time, you claim that the streets did better for you than a dude that's actually working hard to build something, to make sure he doesn't have to worry about anything else ever again. And you sit here and you whine and you moan and you bitch and you complain because you want to be taken out on a date. You want quality time. Yeah, you want to live in fucking dysfunction. Y'all self-sabotage your own futures. And it's not just all black women, it's black men too. Because after y'all mess up, some of y'all mess up, you in jail, and then you come out and you go right back in. Because you're so used to living in dysfunction. You're so used to doing the same crap that got you in there. That's all you know. How much longer we gonna make that the excuse? That's all I know how to do. Fix it. Learn something else. Learn something else. Figure out how to do something else and be good at it. Learn how to speak actual words instead of slurring your words. Learn how to talk up. We are doomed as a people. We are doomed as a people. The whole Black Lives Matter thing, it died. It died way before they even said it was a scam. It died. You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened to the people who were trying to fight, for us to have a better future? We shut them up because we claimed there were more bigger things, more important things to worry about. And what did we do? We went right back to what we used to do. We went right back to the delusion. We went right back to into dysfunction. We went right back to it. We are the biggest hypocrites ever. I don't care what no one said. We are the biggest hypocrites ever. Ever. We are the only ones that point the finger at other things and other people because we don't want the finger to be pointed at us when we know we messed up. And I said this before. The only way that this can be fixed is if a majority of us, a large majority of us that choose to live in this dysfunction are gone. That's the only way that this stuff can work. That's the only way this can be repaired. Is if we stop it at the source and let the others who choose to live in the dysfunction go. Just let them go. That's the only way this can be fixed. People who demand all of this crap and still choose to live the way they want to live, let them go. Separation needs to happen. There is no disputing that. Separation definitely needs to happen. It needs to happen. Because if it doesn't, it's going to get worse. If not worse than it already has. I'm spent. I ain't saying no more. Y'all have a good day. I just need to get this off my chest. I'm out. Peace.
And they act like having common sense is controversial. Some of the things I say is common sense, bro. Somebody told me, oh, you controversial. I'm about to interview you, but you a controversial dude. A lady in New York at a media outlet just told me that. I said, what's so controversial about me saying that glorifying the murder of our people in your music, especially when you're not living that type of life? What's controversial about saying that that's not healthy for our community? Pushing dope to our people is the difference between narration of the life you used to live and glorification, as if you're still doing that and you're still about that energy. And I'm controversial? Really? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, but I won't be tricked out of thinking that I'm doing something wrong when I know I have no hatred towards anybody. Artist you name, Ryan, any other artist, I have no hatred. But we're to the point now where evil has an excuse, and it's called entertainment.
It might be called the USA.
It might be called the or the USA is definitely the coach of the evil. You know what I mean?
but like you said, like you said, they're not doing it. And you know, a lot of rappers talk about what they're doing. Even though they do millionaires and living in penthouses, still talking about selling dope and all that. So I understand that. What about dudes speaking on their life? Because people are gonna get murdered, bro. Drugs is gonna get sold. Right. You know what I'm saying? So people speaking on their life, speaking on their experience, is that bad in your mind? Because they're speaking on how they live.
They're speaking on how they live. I mean, if they're speaking on how they live, then are they trying to push you to go live the same way? Or are they trying to say, hey, I lived through this, so you won't have to live like this? That's the difference with me. Like when we get to the point where we're glorifying something, it's clear when people are almost like a story that don't have an ending. So where it's like, wait, so you telling me this story, when is it gonna take a turn to tell me like, don't go that way? Yeah, but if it never takes that turn, and if we live in a system, keep in mind it's a three-part ecosystem, Channing. It's the labels, it's the industry, it's fans, and it's artists. Without fans and artists, there is no industry. So everybody say, well, blame the labels, blame the industry, blame the industry. We have to realize that we have more power than the industry, because there is no industry without artists and without fans. So at the end of the day, when people say, man, I'm just feeding my family. I'm just, this is entertainment, you know, I'm just feeding my family. When people say that, it's like, but at what expense? You're right. You live and work in an industry to where they're gonna pay you more to do things that are detrimental to your community. Is that money? And feeding your family of 4 or your family of 5, is that money worth poisoning the minds of millions of impressionable fans out here?